back, relax, enjoy the following programming in 3, 2, 1.
People of everywhere, I have shocking news!
Hey, butt out! This is between me and everyone else in existence.
I do love the tentacle.
The Morning Stream. She's a breath of fresh ass.
Good morning, one and all. Welcome back to TMS. It's the morning stream for Wednesday, November 23rd, 2022. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy both Hump Day and last official episode of the week for us.
Oh, yeah. It is, because we've got the Thanksgiving tomorrow.
That's right.
Here in the States.
Do no show on Thanksgiving.
No. I mean, look, I know the rest of the world, you're all just like, oh, man, what? And we're like, hey, whatever. It's Turkey Day. That's what we do. Dylan's smoking a turkey, I found out. I'm so excited.
Nice.
I can barely stand it. Very excited. And also, the kids are here today, which means that's the true sign that COVID is out of this house, is that we're allowing children here. So
No
that's
kidding.
cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Excited for after the show to go hang out with the boy. And I think Phoebe's here, too. I'm not sure. She might be going with her mom. I don't know. But anyway, it's all good, man. It's all good. I'm actually feeling... You know, let's do the percentage check-in. We're a week from COVID.
Yeah. What's the percentage? What
all
are we
right,
at?
here we go. So according to this Brian scale, the Ibbett scale,
Yep.
I'm going to put myself at 83%.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's not bad. It's very functional. The only real hangabout is this stupid cough, which I will try to cough switch for today.
Mitigate with a button.
Yeah, in fact, I'm doing it now. That made me have to
it
cough.
worked. Amazing. It totally worked.
Talking about the cough makes it come for me.
Yeah.
I hate it. Anyway, that and just a little tired, just a little logy, just a little slow. But that's okay. That's kind of my normal anyway. So I feel like I'm in the ballpark of healing here. So yeah, 83%. Thanks everybody for your continued nice comments, and don't get COVID. It sucks. It sucks ass.
Avoid it if you can, please.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's really bad. I got a question, though. So last night, Kim and I were sitting around. She was like, you know what? I should make such and such for dinner. And I said, yeah, but it sounds like a bunch of work. And also, does that even sound good? And she's like, not really. What do you want to do? And she's like, oh, I have a gift card I forgot about. We should use it. I said, where? Five Guys. I'm like, I'm in. Let's go. I love it. Let's go to Five Guys. So we go to Five Guys last night. And you know how Five Guys has got all their peanuts,
Yes. Yeah.
the bags and
shells
boxes
all
of
over
peanuts.
the place, and
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I noticed when I walked in there, this is a side note, but they have way less of that now. And I don't know what's going on there. Is there a peanut shortage? Is it just that
Do they even still offer them?
Oh, yeah, they're still there, and they had
Still
the
there,
scoopers and all that, but they just were, I don't know, a third the stock I'm used to seeing.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know if they had a run on it. A bunch of people come in and just like went nuts on the peanuts or what happened. I don't know.
I mean, it's not like if they were really worried about allergies, they'd have to take all of them out. And I'm sure there's a sign on the door, right, that says, by the way, if you have peanut allergies, this is not the place you want to be.
Yeah, they got a big warning there, which is good. I'm glad they do that. But I always think it'd be funny. I'll never do this, but I'd like to just walk in there once, pretend I don't see the sign, and just suddenly go, beep, beep. I can't breathe. I can't. Like make a big stink about it, and then have them, see if the five people back there do anything.
You're going to get a quick jab from the counter person with a one of those.
He made like an EpiPen back there.
EpiPen,
I love that idea.
I'm sure they've got one of them. They've got to have them there.
He's like, my time has come, and he leaps over the counter with his EpiPen. He's always wanted to do it, and then I'm his guy. No, this is good reason not to do this. I'm not going to do it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, here's the weird bit. So I go in there, I notice the peanut shortage, and then we get to the counter, and we order what we're going to order. And I didn't go too crazy. I never get the cheese, and I get the smaller burger, even though...
Yeah, well, God, yeah, you have to. Like...
They call it a baby burger or something.
I know, but that is actually the regular human-sized burger.
Yeah. It's really... Know this if you've never been to a Five Guys. When you go in there and it says... If you look and say, oh, it says hamburger, that must be just the basic. No, that's a double-stacked monster beast that's like 1,200 calories. Don't maybe get that. instead say I want the small. I think it's just called the small burger.
I think so.
But it's a big. It's bigger than any other burger.
It is. Yeah, it's still bigger than a typical McDonald's or Burger King, or even it's about the size of a smash burger.
Yeah, and taller than that. So it's got the circumference. Yeah, it's like the circumference of Freddy's and the height of a Big Mac. It's a big old burger. So
it is. It's a big burger.
Just know that going in there. So I do that, and Kim orders first, and then I get up and I go, yeah, I want the small burger there with the this and the that and the mushrooms and the things, and I'm adding all the stuff I like. Mm-hmm. And he goes, here's what he says. He says, Garmondo sounds great or sounds good.
Garmondo?
Yeah, Garmondo. He says, in a questioning voice, he says, Garmondo sounds good is what he says. And I went and just kind of went, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. So I didn't say anything because I don't know what the frick that means. So we got another fart gas on our hands here. I don't know what that means.
Garmondo.
Yeah. Now so context. Here's what I ordered just before he said the Garmondo. I said the small burger with all the stuff. There's like a list of things they just include as a blankety.
Sure. Kind of like the Mike's way, or what is it? Not Mike's. Jersey Mike's. Mike's way.
Mike's way. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is like, all right, here's the standard 18 things, including the stuff that's gonna make your bread soggy. Enjoy.
Yeah. Enjoy the soggy bread. And then so it says those. I says I'll do that, and then I also just want to add green peppers. Let's not do onions this time, and I definitely want mushrooms. Last word I say is mushrooms. And he says Garmondo. Sounds good.
Okay, all right, hold on a second. All right, green peppers is G. I'm wondering if there's if they've created a mnemonic device for each order, so it's like, hey, I need 2 Garmondos, please, and it's got
okay.
Green peppers, avocado, red tomato, mushrooms.
That's entirely it's possible, except he was saying it. He didn't yell it back. He only said it to me as if I would know.
Of course, yeah. Oh, you want the Garmondo.
The Garmondo. And I'm like, and there's nothing. And afterwards, and he's doing stuff on the thing, and I'm just looking at the menu and going, is something up there say this? Nothing said Garmondo. Nothing.
Garmondo. I can't even come up with a phrase that he might have slurred.
Yeah. See, this
is. Did he speak? And he spoke normally, in all other instances, right? Like.
Oh yeah. And he's just some, white American kid. He's not like, there was nobody there with like an accent or a different language
or
any of that. It was, and he was also he enunciated and didn't mumble. He said Garmondo as clearly as day. Now I admit I'm coming into this with some stuffy ears from my week of COVID, and it's not great sometimes. Like my left ear gets really stuffed and I can't hear out of it very well during COVID, but it's possible. I mean, I tried to find reasons. I just couldn't find any why the word Garmondo was coming into my head. And I turned to Kim, who is she's no longer paying as much attention. She's on her phone while I'm ordering. And I turned to her, I go, did you hear anything he said? And she's like, what do you mean? I go, he said like Garmondo or something. She goes, I have no idea. And then that was it. She doesn't know. So I don't have a witness. I don't have anything. I have nothing to work on here.
Were you wearing a shirt that maybe had stuff written on it in the font Adobe Garamond?
I always like to tell my Garamond friends, I call them Garmondos because they love
Oh, hey, Garmondo, you bet.
Yeah. Oh. It's so funny how fonts have come up like 3 times today without even meaning them to.
Yes.
Brian found a gold mine. I didn't know this was even a thing until he told me. But Ventura, for the Mac OS Ventura update, includes a complete rework of the font book. And if you're a font nerd or do any kind of design work or any of that, you got to go check out the new font book. It's great.
Like just a couple simple changes, but it's like, oh, finally this thing is useful. Like, because basically prior to this, you had a list of all your fonts in whatever whatever font your Mac is set to, and you had to go item by item in that list to see what each of those fonts look like. Now it's finally in a grid showing you all the fonts, and
at a glance you can just absolutely go, oh, this is great. In fact, this is the first time font book has now been a permanent launchable icon on my launch bar.
Oh wow!
Because prior to this, it was just stupid. I would just search for it when I needed it to add new fonts or something, because it's kind of useless. It was just a stupid list and hasn't changed since like OS 7 or some bullcrap.
Right, yeah.
So Brian points this out, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like having a whole new world in front of me here. And this is only, if you're not using fonts for
like
stuff.
Designers, this is something designers care about because
Yeah.
we're like, well, let's see. I don't want to use Roboto standard again. Or Gotham. Maybe I can find something else. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, and you might say, well, just use Photoshop or whatever you're using to preview the fonts there. And it does have preview stuff, but it's the same problem. You have just the list, and you got to go down the list to see it. I think Affinity Photo may have previews next to the names, but it's still really small. It's not quite the same. This is going to be a huge boon for me. So, nice catch, Brian. Nice catch.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I feel like they didn't advertise it at all. Like nobody's talked about this.
No.
So,
One of the products that we're really excited about introducing in macOS Ventura is our new font book. It's really going to change the way designers work.
That's right, and it's made of 50% aluminum, so it's a zero emissions font.
We've revolutionized the font display industry once again.
Oh gosh, Tim Cook, we love you. All right, so there's that. Garmondo. If anyone at home, you want to text or email in what you think that is.
A few people have suggested, by the way, that gourmand, like they're calling you gourmand, which is like a you're a fancy foodie kind of person, a gourmand.
Oh, hey, that's not bad.
But I mean,
it's not. It still seems weird, but it's not. That's not a bad theory.
Yeah,
because this kid, I say kid,
probably the closest thing, right? Like the most logical.
Yeah, and he's probably 18, 19. He didn't look like somebody who would have that word at the handy, but that doesn't mean anything. He could have been a total food nerd, and
sure. And
I said, mushrooms, and he was, Garmondo.
I don't know. Oh, you're Garmondo, are we?
Yeah, I don't know what to make of it, but. Anyway, I'd love to hear your theories. Keep those coming in. Speaking of theories and texting, we got a text here from a listener. This is from Ryan in Michigan, who says, I think COVID is gasoline borne. They're putting it in the gas. Your cars burn the gas. Then the pee-poo are breathing in the car exhaust and getting infected. How else would you explain the recent new cases? I see what you're doing there, Ryan. Yeah, to me, this fake theory is as good as that other guy's attempt at a real theory. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. So if you missed yesterday's show, we had somebody who claimed that COVID is foodborne now, and they seem pretty serious
putting it in the
about
peanuts, and you're getting it when you walk in a Five Guys.
Yeah, they're making the frogs gay, as they say.
Turn to the frogs gay.
That's right.
Chemtrails.
So yeah, none of this is true. Okay, we're not a misinformation source here. We don't want to be.
Well, we're not in this case.
No, in this case, we're definitely not. And if we are, and people point it out, we're always happy to admit it. Like I'll make some comment about Canada, and we'll hear from Jeff, and he'll fix it. That's how that'll go. And we're happy to admit it. Neither Brian. I don't think. I shouldn't speak for you, but I don't think either one of us have any desire to ever. If we're wrong about something, we're happy to say it. Right?
Oh, 100%. Yes.
Yeah, I'm happy to admit when I say something stupid or wrong. Even if it takes me a minute, I'll come around. Unlike a lot of, mainstream media. Listen to me. A lot of the lamestream media won't tell you when they're
the double downers, yeah.
Yeah, those guys are the best. All right. Well, that's all she wrote for text. If you'd like to send one in yourself, 801-471-0462 is the address. And now, some time with Brian Dunaway. You haven't talked to him since Monday, so, let's get him in for the middle of the week. Why not? Let's play a little game. Right. This also means you guys are going to be calling in today. We got live calls all set up for Tadpooly Feud. That number is 801-471-0462. If you want to call in live, please do it. Let's go. That music means that Brian Dunaway has entered the building. Brian, hello.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hey, man. How are you? How are you feeling?
How are you?
Oh, you don't?
No,
I'm
you.
Good.
No, you.
No, you. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I had a whole lot of fun.
I'm doing something I don't always do today. I for some reason, I got a hankering for a hunk of cheese, and instead I started chewing gum.
Oh.
And so everything...
Well, it's better for you.
Now, yeah, I know. Now when I talk, I have to chew my gum at the same time.
You're so freaking skinny already. I don't know what you think you need to do, but you're like a thin, svelte man.
Yeah.
About town.
Yeah. Velton.
You're turning me on.
We've got the opposite direction here on this side of the...
I'm a gourmand.
Yeah, Brian and I were like,
Grover.
man, I could really go for some gum. You know what? I'll eat some cheese instead. That's what we do.
Right, exactly. What are those wagon wheels made of? Can I get timer and get instructions to make some?
That'd be great. Let's find out who our
Hey, this
listener.
is time. I used to love those things though. Those stupid little ads. It's like,
I
hey,
know.
it's time for a timer. Like you're supposed to
wasn't-
know who timer is.
Exactly. Like, hold on, Mom. I'll come do the dishes in a second. It's time for timer, and
It's
I got
time
to
for
figure out
timer.
how
Yeah,
I
watch
can
it,
freeze a
timer.
little ice cube popsicle with Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
And
those
then
were
you
the
put
days.
the saran wrap on top of
To
it
hold-
because we all had the.
To hold
Yeah,
the
we had
toothpicks
the.
in place.
You know that there's a whole generation of people who have no idea what this is.
No idea what we're talking about. It's
Yeah.
like
It's such
somebody at
YouTube
some
it.
network said, the ABC has those has Schoolhouse Rock. We need something like that.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
How about recipes for kids?
yeah, recipes
It's
for
actually a
children.
great conversation because there was a whole bunch of regulations that went into place that required this type of educational programming. So yeah,
really?
we need to talk about that one day.
Yeah,
We do, yeah.
It's
the
not
other
like they just
person-
said, let's do it.
It was a percentage
Yeah.
thing. Like that's why He-Man had to come out and do a PSA every episode or every
G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
Hey, kids.
Yeah.
and have a certain percentage
Don't
of
eat
television.
Tide Pods.
Yeah, basically, we could use them today. All right, let's find out who's been waiting so patiently online. Hi,
He-Man.
who's this? Who's holding?
Well, I'm glad I waited patiently for that fun aside.
Well, listen, Ian, you're always welcome to be as patient and
welcome,
waiting
Ian.
as you can be. It's always nice to have you on. How are things?
It's going well. I figured I'd call in on Frog Pantsgiving Eve and try my luck at the Tadpoley feud.
Well, congratulations. You've succeeded at least at that level. Whether you win today or not will depend on how we do. Hey, Brian, you want to explain the rules and how Ian could win some prizes?
As if he doesn't know. All right, it's time to play the Tadpooley feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics. Scott and Brian have to predict those answers that they gave us, and it's their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Now, Ian, your job is more important than the last 7 times you've played this because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. And if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes Broken Age and Car Mechanic Simulator 2018.
I have
both
both of those
good.
games. They're great.
Those are both great.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Work on cars that are 4 years old.
yeah.
And
It's good. It's
2018 is the best though.
it is the
Is
newer
that
one, the
the best?
2021.
Did
Yeah,
they lose their way in 2019?
I wouldn't say they
Started
lose their
doing-
way. I just think the 2022 game there is a newer one, or 2021, I guess. Anyway, that game is good, but it doesn't supersede the 18. The 2018 one is really awesome. So
Are there better lug nuts in 2018's version than there are in
That's right,
2021's?
no, but you
That was
get
before, yeah.
you get
That was before the pandemic, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah. Pre-pandemic car work is a lot has changed in those 3 years.
It's all digital now.
Available.
It's all you have to do in the new one is just basically unplug one circuit board and put in another one, and
Yeah.
your car's fixed.
Yeah, and $6,500 later,
Ever
and you
lose
got a
your
new
car
car. Yeah.
keys? Okay, fine.
Yeah, you need to lose your car keys. Well, excellent. This sounds great. What's our topic? I'm so excited.
Your topic today. All right, get your hands on your buzzers and get ready for this. We asked 479 Tadpoolers, 22 of which said, I don't know. We asked them their answer to this. What's the worst movie adaptation of a TV show? Oh, Scott.
Okay, even though I like it, I have to think Tadpoolers would put Beverly Hillbillies on here because of how much you dislike it.
good one.
Because they love me. Show me the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, well, you know what? That was a
know.
correct thing to not have it there because it's
Let
actually
me tell
good.
you, though, that was number 16. And a couple people even mentioned me saying, for Brian, I'm putting the Beverly Hillbillies. So.
Yeah, fair. I mean, look, this is a name to find out what the Tadpole would say, but the fact that it's not in the top 10 is proof that that movie's better than anyone thinks it is. It's good.
No,
It's all right.
Because wait till you hear some of the ones that are below it, and the ones that are above it. You're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, these are all bad. All right, Brian, you get a guess.
Hey, I know the Tadpole, and I love this movie. I love the series, Charlie's Angels.
Oh,
and I
geez.
bet there's a lot of
Charlie's
hate out there.
Angels.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't
all
like
right.
it. I hate it.
Show me Charlie's Angels. Number 8 on the board. So Ian, you're going to be working with
Wow.
Brian, which is good because he's,
Nice.
you're in his name. So the two of you can be working and playing.
That's true. You
got
are in
control
his
of the
name.
board.
You're right in the middle of both
I'm-
these chuckleheads' names.
I'm inside you, Brian. I'm
yeah.
inside you.
Yeah. which is, he's been asking
All you
for
gotta
that
do
for
is go
years.
outside and get the brrr.
Yeah, I can't go out and get the burr. Oh my lord! All right, you two, what do you got?
All right, what do you
ladies?
Here
got?
all week, dad joke.
Oh yeah. What about Starsky and Hutch?
It's pretty good.
I love that. That was actually my first pick, but I didn't think they would do it. But yeah, I agree with you. Starsky and Hutch,
Let's do it.
which I like.
Sure. Show me Starsky and Hutch.
Oh,
Are you?
number-
I was worried about that.
Number
I was worried
15,
about that.
actually one right above, or tied, I should say, with Beverly Hillbillies with 8 votes each.
Forgotten is
Yeah.
what the problem is. I think that people have
Yeah.
forgotten. They don't even hate it. It's they can't even remember it.
I have a
Can't even
technical
remember.
question for the judges. Does this include animation or is it pure live action type
It
stuff?
does include animation.
Okay. In that case, if it includes animation,
That case.
I'm gonna say that horrible Smurfs movie.
Oh, sure.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, it's garbage.
Neil Patrick Harris
Mhm.
slumming in that one, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
I think so. It's bad.
All right, show me the Smurfs.
Oh, come on.
Let's see, where's that? That was low on the list. That is number 46 on the list.
All right.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hey,
you
last
got-
part of my name. You got one?
Yeah. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
Ah.
that's a hot topic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not to
Times
be
into making noises.
confused with the James Cameron film. Show me Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, number
Number
one.
one
Yeah.
with 98 folks saying that one.
Damn. Okay. Nicely
What
done.
about
guys.
the
That movie was a hot garbage fire.
Oh, it's
so,
really
yeah.
bad. It's really bad. I mean, as much as I know he's had some zingers and some dingers, but that's M. Night Shyamalan's biggest shame, in my opinion.
some zingers and some
Yeah.
dingers?
That's a real bad one. All right, you guys on a roll. What do you got?
Okay, ass into my name. How about Scooby Doo?
I was just gonna say Scooby Doo. Yeah.
Scooby-Doo's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie's not bad, but also that's not a bad answer. I like it.
It's a good series. It's,
All right, show me Scooby-Doo.
Oh, man.
Are you kidding me?
It was high. It was number 14, right? Basically, here you go.
Wow.
4 movies have 8 votes each: Scooby-Doo, Starsky and Hutch, and the Beverly Hillbillies, and a 4th one.
Tadpool, I don't know you at all.
You thought you did. You don't know.
I don't know you at all.
Yeah.
Okay, back in my corner here with
Yes.
let's go live action. I feel like we're getting dangerous with the animation. Oh geez, it just left my brain. Oh, Get Smart. I was thinking about Get Smart.
Oh,
Get
that's a good one.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Steve Carell and other people.
Smarties.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Sure.
It was bad, that movie, I thought.
Show me Get Smart.
Damn it to hell.
What?
Jeez.
That one, number 32 on the list. Wow.
All right.
I feel like
Ian,
these topics are so obvious, but who knows? Maybe not.
Ian, better part of my name.
I've got
I'm
two
kinda
off
scared.
the top of my head.
All right.
I've got 2 off the top of my head,
All right.
Brian, and both of them are animation. So, G.I. Joe?
Oh,
I was gonna say G.I. Joe is on my list.
kind of like those.
Also a good series.
Yeah.
Good series.
I kind of like
Yeah.
I kind of like those movies. I know they're not supposed to be good, but I think they're okay. They're not terrible.
All right.
Go Joe.
Yeah.
Show
Don't do
me G.I. Joe.
Oh my God,
man.
That's rough.
Really low on the list with that one. A lot of people like the G.I. Joe. Yeah, 41 on the
Wow.
list.
Okay.
Well, see,
So,
I would have
Scott-
thought they just.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
I don't know.
You
If
I don't
you,
even know you people.
So here's the deal. If you also strike out, Ian wins the prize. If you get the number 10 answer,
anything.
you win, or any combination of 2 or 3 on here. Then
So if
then
I
you
clear,
you gotta-
and
you
if I
gotta-
clear the board, he wins.
You got to get high or run the board.
Yeah, and I still
exactly.
think
Yeah.
I feel like
We're
I've
gonna
got
win.
the payload is right next to the end point, and there's no way I'm going to be able to hold this off for 3 minutes. All right, so let's
Oh,
go.
I would have thought this would have been easy. Holy crap.
Yeah, I know.
I
It's,
thought
right.
this was going to be easy. That was me saying I thought this was going to be easy.
what if anybody put Dragnet on there? Let's say Dragnet.
All right.
I know that's
So-
mixed opinions, Dragnet, but
I like it.
I do too.
The Virgin Connie Swale. Show me Dragnet.
Damn it!
Thank
No,
God.
so
Thank God.
unfortunately,
Right? We sacked that.
Yeah,
Two
that's
oh
tough.
my
answers.
gosh!
Wow.
Wow.
Ian.
Yeah.
I know. The number 61, by the way, one person said Dragnet.
Wow.
Holy cow! All right. Well, first off, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Ian.
Yeah.
You're a winner.
Congratulations, you
I
got
won by
2 right.
moving.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah.
You know what though? You did. Brian got 1 right, then you got the other one.
Yeah.
That's a perfect win. I think you guys did
That's
fine.
true.
Yeah.
All
That's
right,
true.
fair enough.
That's true.
COVID,
Let's go
COVID
down.
is real.
Yeah.
Let's go down the list of these. Number 2, the
Oh,
Dukes of
my
Hazzard.
God.
shit!
We did that on Film Sack as
We
well
did.
as.
Oh, we've done a lot of these on Film Sack, my friends. Show me
Oh,
number
crap.
3. Yeah, either the
you
Flintstones
should-
movies,
you should have dropped-
Viva Lock,
You
The
should have
Rock
dropped that
Vegas.
hint.
Well,
Film Sack fodder.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Show me number 4. Star Trek.
Trek.
Now, clarification, not really
Oh,
clarification,
wow.
but the motion picture
The
got
animated?
7 votes.
Yeah.
Motion
And
picture, right.
Star Trek 5, the Void with the Final Frontier had 5 votes. I decided I'm not going to be pedantic. I'm just going to kind of lump them all into one. So.
Look,
Yeah, they're the
I,
2 worst.
I
of them
like the
films.
motion picture.
No, you don't.
Oh
Okay,
God, no,
Alex,
you
I like
don't.
it.
You do
Nobody
not.
does.
I
Nobody
like it.
does.
Hey,
I like
hey,
it.
look,
No.
it
I
is
like
the
it.
best 25-minute tracking shot for leaving a starport ever.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
that okay. I'll give you that. Like you got some cool. Hey, ILM, come over here and help us with our freaking miniatures stuff going on for sure. But that movie sucks. It's
Yeah.
When it came out, I hated it.
Of course
As
you
I've
did.
gotten older
There's like
and I've seen
12
everything else
minutes-
they had to put out, I'm
Yeah.
like,
12
eh.
minutes
Yeah.
of Spock and Kirk flying around in their little armchair hover floaty things.
Oh, it was Kirk? I think
Oh,
that's
they're
just
also
Spock.
Sign
they're also
me
wearing
up.
pajamas. They're wearing pajamas.
Yeah,
so
their
those
suits are
outfits terrible.
horrendous.
Suits or pajamas.
Yeah, the only good thing to come out of that is I bought the Kirk action figure and burned him in a video I made, and now he's burnt.
This is
Kirk.
like complaining that 2001 had a big giant block in it. I mean,
Well,
it's science
that also-
fiction.
Now, I would complain that 2001 also had a very long, unnecessary segment of let's look at a kaleidoscope.
Yeah, walking around the outer
Unnecessary
ring
to
of that
who?
thing.
It's art.
Yeah, whatever. That movie's bad. I'm with Brian.
But before you say the next one, is Transformers on the list?
Oh,
Transformers is number 6.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we almost,
What
that
was
was
I
the toss-up between
thinking?
G.I. Joe
Gosh,
and Transformers. Yeah.
Oh, so much potential, but yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bad that first movie.
Right between those two, number 5 is Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Evolution, any of the Dragon Ball.
Oh,
People
really?
clarified that, a lot of the live action Dragon Ball movies, but there were enough different Dragon Ball mentions.
I didn't see the tadpole being that way, but I guess they are.
I
Okay.
never saw any Dragon Ball Z. I didn't know there were any films like
Yeah.
theatrical.
Oh,
releases.
yeah.
The
Apparently there are
the
like
live action
18
Dragon Ball
or
Z
something.
is,
There's a lot.
Yeah.
starring 2 leads from Shameless.
Are you kidding?
Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, no,
Real?
seriously.
Yeah, man.
You guys,
Please
you
tell me
guys
it's
need
William
to-
H.
need to-
Macy
need to
and
stack
the,
this movie.
Yeah.
And the little
I want William H. Macy and the guy in Bear, the bear. I want those two.
right, exactly.
That's great. Going Super
it's
Saiyan.
It's Justin Chatwin and Emmy Rossum. Like they're the 2 leads in it.
Really?
And-
Wow.
Yeah, and honestly, it's so sackable. You guys need to add it to the list.
All right. I'm
Oh,
looking
you
right
do,
now.
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z movies. I didn't even know there were.
Yeah. Oh, there are, and you could actually. Is it there one at the theater now? What is it?
Well, that's animated
those
though,
are,
right?
Those are all animated though. This is the
Yeah.
only live
Animated.
live
Yeah,
action
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
The live action, I think, is the focus of this one.
Yeah.
All right, getting to number 7. Sorry, I'm pouring my coffee right now. Pouring coffee. Now
Yeah.
you
It's all good. You do what you got to do.
pouring coffee. Number 7, another film sec one, The A-Team.
Oh, you know what? Disagree. I like that movie. You're complaining about a thing that isn't that bad. It's okay. It's all right.
Okay, all right.
Tadpole.
Number 9, we've had a few iterations of this one and a very famous film sack episode about it. Masters of the Universe. That one we did.
Oh
at Nerd
shit!
Tackle.
I did
yeah.
almost say He-Man. I was nervous too, though. Dang it.
Yep.
All right.
And then these tied, and I just didn't have the heart to put one in place of the other, so I put them on the same one, and I was going to give it to you if you said either of these two. The Brady Bunch movie and Wild Wild West.
Oh wow! What a
Oh,
tie.
see, I wouldn't even have thought of Wild Wild West. I wouldn't even thought about it.
Can we combine those two as one pick, by the way?
Yeah, let's do it.
Brady Bunch movie in the Wild Wild West. I think that would be great.
I mean, he basically.
Oh, there you go. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he
Would it be
basically
the one
did.
where they get stuck in a jail cell because Eureka, that guy locks them in there during their Grand Canyon adventure.
Yeah, I like it. And also, I don't remember. Did the Brady Bunch movie, was that a theatrical thing or just a home?
Oh, it totally was. Both
I
of
didn't
them.
know.
Oh, yeah,
that.
yeah.
I didn't know that at all. I thought it was TV
Yeah.
only. Weird.
Oh no!
Oh
Saw that
no,
one in theaters.
no, we're not talking about the
Sadly.
original Brady Bunch. We're talking about the what was it 2000?
It was 2000 with
2008?
Yeah,
I'm
the
trying to
one
remember
that was a giant
Shelley
parody of the
Long.
original, basically.
Oh, Shelley Long was
Right,
mom.
Shelley Long,
Right.
Gary Cole.
Right.
Yeah.
It was more of a
Yeah.
parody than.
It was absolutely
yeah.
a parody.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I
but
remember.
they were
that
all
now.
still stuck in the 70s in a 90s world, which was the joke.
That was
Yeah,
the whole
which is
pitch.
hilarious.
But I remember the
going
girl.
down
Poor
the-
Jan.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, going down the rest of the list here: Baywatch, Sex and the City, The X-Files had some bad movie. I don't know if they're adaptations or sequels. Really, they're kind of sequels,
They're
more than
sequels,
anything
yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Bewitched, Aeon Flux, Fantasy Island. I forgot that Blumhouse had a Fantasy Island movie. Inspector Gadget, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Lost in Space, Miami Vice, The Lone Ranger, Chips, Land of the Lost. 4 of You Bastards Said Serenity.
Not cool.
Also a sequel and also good. Super Mario Brothers, not really a TV show adaptation, but okay.
No.
The Simpsons.
But there was a
movie,
TV show.
Yeah.
There
but
was a TV show. That's
sure.
true.
Not the same.
Yeah.
Night at the Roxbury. As a matter of fact, that is the highest on the list of all of the SNL
It's not really a
adaptations.
show. That's a skit.
Well, it came from TV.
Did come from TV.
But yeah, I know. yeah.
It came from TV.
Gilligan's Island. I don't remember a Gilligan's Island movie that wasn't one of the
Oh, I do.
I
the
don't.
TV show
original-
movies. It was like
Right.
Hold on. Is that a like a recent
TV movie.
thing?
They
they were
Not
the
recent.
TV movies like, oh, the Harlem Globetrotters come to Fantasy
Yeah,
Island.
I
and
don't think that counts because I mean,
Fantasy
those
Island,
were all
Gilligan's Island?
those were all TV movies.
Yeah.
They were all TV movies, yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
McHale's Navy, Mission Impossible, again, you guys are all wrong. The Addams Family, again,
are
you
good.
guys are all wrong.
Yeah.
21 Jump Street, Coneheads, Dudley Do Right, MacGruber, Mad Max Fury Road. Yes, two people said that for some reason,
Bastards.
Oh.
Just bastards.
just to poke the dragon.
Yeah.
Man from U.N.C.L.E., Power Rangers the movie, SWAT, The Avengers, the UK one, Sopranos / what was it called? The Knights of New Jersey or the
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
it was.
Oh, yeah. That went to streaming
Alvin and the
services.
Chipmunks, Batman, I guess.
Sorta. Yeah.
Big Top Pee-wee, though, I kind of, I mean, if you
That was first.
if you say that he started with the Saturday morning show, which he didn't,
show.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
I
Didn't
mean, it
know
all
Pee-wee-
came from a
Yeah.
skit.
It
from
was
a-
all like
from
not stand up, but like part of his
but yeah, like a
groundlings
performance, live performance thing.
thing.
Bilko, Bob's Burgers,
And you're
Buffy
wrong.
the Vampire Slayer, Community, not yet. Dark Shadows, Dinotopia, Dragnet, El Camino, you were definitely wrong on that one. Aragon, Fat Albert, Garfield, Ghostbusters, what? Good Burger, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, nope. Gem, Knight Rider, Mars Attacks, came from Cards, not a TV show.
Yeah.
MASH, somebody got the order wrong. Mod, never happened. Munsters, Rob Zombie's Mustard.
Mod?
Munsters.
Someone said mod? I'm
Somebody
sorry.
said mod.
I'm hung up on mod. That's crazy. All right.
Pretty Little Liars, Seinfeld 0 Hour. I'd love to see that.
Oh,
Speed
yeah,
Racer,
dude.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Nope, you got the order wrong on that one. Dark Tower, books. Honeymooners, Ladies Man, Thunderbirds, Troll Hunters, Under the Dome, Veronica Mars, Waterworld, and Wheel of Time.
Wow.
Troll Hunters.
There was nobody said the Simpsons movie. I'm surprised.
Oh, yeah, I
love
said
that
The
movie.
Simpsons
Oh, did
movie.
you say that
Yeah.
one?
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
That movie's so there's some of those that you said. I mean, I realize everyone's got weird opinions, but the Simpsons movie is fantastic.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
There was another one you said that is really good, and I forgot what it was. Crap. But there's
That's a
some really
lot,
good
yeah.
ones in there.
But Serenity,
21 Jump Street.
Serenity
21
does
Jump
not
Street's a
belong on this
great
list.
movie.
No, Serenity is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Exactly.
It's an amazing follow-up to a TV show that was also rad. It's the best movie of 2005. I'm saying it now. It was so good. And that includes your freaking Revenge of the Sith bullshit. All right.
Exactly.
And your Batman begins. All right. Well done, everybody, especially you, Ian. You've won these prizes. You know Brian's email, coverville@gmail.com. He'll hook you up with those codes, and you'll walk away a big fat winner. How do you feel?
I feel terrific. May everyone have a happy, healthy, hearty, and falling asleep in front of the TV Thanksgiving.
I love that idea. I'm going to do that. So should you. We'll see you later next time. Hey, Dunaway. That rhymes with Faye Dunaway. That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
It rhymes with it? It's the same word.
Didn't we asked this question before. Are you related at all to those Dunaways? Do you know?
I can't say.
You can't say?
What about
You're
the
not allowed to say?
Northampton Dunaways? Any relation to the Martha's Vineyard Dunaways?
Yeah.
I can't say.
You can't say? All right.
I've signed paperwork. I can't say.
Well, excellent. I'm glad that you're around and here. And also, if you guys want to catch Brian, he plays a lot of these games that he and I talk about on Play Retro. He plays them at night, like at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Or no, Eastern, rather. And you should watch him do that. But you should also check out our last episode of Play Retro. We did it yesterday. It was all about Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and a whole bunch more. I really had fun last night, so I hope other people will as well.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, check out them wherever you get your podcasts. That's frogpants.com/playretro if you're looking for the website. Dunaway, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, we're playing Mario Kart next week. No, you.
No, wait. Are we? Is that what we're playing? Yes, we are. Bye. All right. I think that's what we're playing next week. Yeah, that is what we're
Mario Kart?
Mario Kart, and then we're going to talk about some of the better spin-offs or better rip-offs, like Diddy Kong wasn't really a ripoff, but it was a different developer.
Racing or whatever it was, yeah.
But my favorite was this weird Konami one that I cannot remember the name of. Right, Konami Crazy Racers or something.
Oh, Wacky Racers, the one that was on
was it
Dreamcast, if I remember correctly.
No, it's a GBA game, I think.
Okay, there was one that had like
Can't remember.
Penelope Pitstop and Dirk Dastardly and Yogi Bear and all those.
Like the Racers cartoon show.
Yeah, it was like the Wacky Racers. That's why I was thinking Wacky Racers, and it was on Dreamcast, and that thing was fantastic. It was all cell shaded.
Oh, I'd play
God, it was great.
I'd play the hell out of that. That sounds great. We may have to bring that one up. We dabble in the Dreamcast era a little bit, so why not?
Okay. Did you talk about semen?
We have definitely talked about semen before, for sure. Semen has come up many times.
Please feed me. I was on Star Trek.
That's right. Play Star Trek. All right. It's time for a little bit of news. We got time for it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the news, and it's brought to you by...
What started as in-office movie debates soon became Made You Watch, a podcast. Join hosts Adam Mock, a 40-something film and television writer, and Melanie Weir, a 27-year-old entertainment reporter, as they trade their favorite movie recommendations every week in hopes of bridging the cinematic generation gap. You can find them at Made You Watch on Anchor or anywhere you stream podcasts. Made You Watch, a podcast. New episodes every Wednesday.
I thought Anchor went away. Oh, no, they got bought by Acast. That's what happened to them.
Oh, really?
Or Spotify or somebody bought them.
Interesting.
I don't remember who. Very cool. Let's talk about this. This is interesting. There's a new study. We could have done this with Bobby, but no, it's just going to be us.
Okay, all right.
Attractive female students no longer earned higher grades when classes moved online during COVID-19. Interesting.
This only happened when Bill Murray was the teacher and it was ESP training. Is what it was.
I always forget about that early scene in Ghostbusters where he's doing the shapes. I always forget until you bring it up. So this is it's easy to laugh at this, but they did some actual studying of the data that they have. New psychology findings suggest that attractive students earn higher grades in school, but for female students, this beauty premium disappears when classes are taught remotely. The findings were published in the journal Economic Letters. Large body research suggests that the physical appearance has an impact on a person's success. I mean, I feel like we kind of all knew this. It's just a matter of getting the data, but it's also a little creepy.
Like, oh, wow.
It's a little creepier, though. It's a little creepier because teachers and 16-year-old girls, and you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's just like, it's a little bit weird. But.
You know, nobody said that when that woman was batting her eyes at Harrison Ford and she had "Love You" written on them.
That's right.
Which somebody else would have had to write on them.
Yeah, I know, and I always thought that would suck. You know?
Yes, like writing on your eyeball with a Sharpie, with like a soft Sharpie. Oh,
yeah. I mean, was it on the lids or the ball? I don't remember.
On the lids. Now. It was. I'm sorry, on the lids. But it's those are thin. You're still pressing into your eyeball when you write those.
Dang it! Even like the softest Sharpie-ish thing
Yeah.
I don't know. You better pay me a whole lot of money for that to
Yeah.
get drawn on my eyelid ball.
Exactly. But I heard she got a good grade from Dr. Jones. So that's good.
Well, then there was time for romance, Dr. Jones, it turned out. Let's see here. So this is interesting. They one account suggests that the beauty advantage can only be explained by discrimination. For example, employers may inherently favor attractive over unattractive workers. Another perspective suggests that beauty is a productivity-enhancing attribute. This view suggests that attractiveness lends itself to higher productivity, for example, through increased self-confidence. In this case, teachers couldn't see the students anymore, and it appears they quit being favorable to the lovely young ladies.
Yeah, makes sense.
It does kind of make sense. And I think
mean,
it's a little unfortunate, but it's also kind of weirdly innately human, so I don't know.
Yeah. It kind of is funny, though, that they still wouldn't have that advantage over Zoom where they can, do the ring lights and do their makeup really well. Like, basically, really add to it.
It says here, in-person instruction and remote instruction, those are the two that were compared. The design allowed the study author to better isolate the effect of appearance, since student-teacher interaction is much lower during remote instruction. So even though they may have a big grid of 200 people in their class on a Zoom call, that's just not the same as some pretty college girl sitting there with her lovely perfume and her fantastic hair, whatever the thing is that the teacher's reacting to. It's just not the same. Yeah. Let's now move on to beautiful young ladies to aging ladies. All right. I don't know how else to put that.
Sure.
But suburban mom handcuffed and jailed for making her 8-year-old son walk half a mile home from school. Now, I have questions about this because are my parents run away from the law? Because my entire junior high time, 6th grade through 9th grade, I walked at least that every day.
But junior high you would have been older than 8.
I mean, I would have been 8 going in, right? 6th grade. What would I have been?
No, I think you would have been. You don't start first grade when you're 2.
Hold on a minute. How old are you? Yeah, you're right.
I mean, but I did walk home from grade school in Edgewater when I went there, and so I was 8 when I did that.
Yeah, I was
easily.
Yeah, and I think even my elementary time was I easily walked that much all the time. Maybe not every single day, but there weren't. I think this is us getting soft, is what this is.
Yeah, I think it is, exactly. I mean, and again, I could see, well, we'll read this story here, but I could actually see, if you're trying to let your kids burn off energy, and you're driving alongside them, or at least, in a neighborhood you trust, I don't know. I feel like this is, I'm on suburban mom's side.
I kind of am too in this case. Heather Wallace's oldest son, 8-year-old Aiden, was driving his 2 brothers crazy in the car as they all returned from karate. This was happening in October of last year. This is all just coming to light for the case.
So he knows karate.
He's a karate kid, as you might say.
Right.
Wallace asked,
painting fence and sanding floor.
Yep, there it is. Wallace asked Aiden to walk the rest of the way home. This was half a mile in quiet suburban Waco, Texas. And nothing ever happens in Waco. Never heard of any stories happening there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A quiet little sleepy town of
Waco. Waco's not famous for anything that I'm aware of. Anyway, for this, she was arrested, handcuffed, and thrown in jail. She was charged with endangering a child, a felony carrying a mandatory minimum of 2 years in prison. I'm a little surprised this is happening in Texas. They love my freedoms down there.
Sure.
Anyway, it really brought us into deep trauma, says Wallace. She's finally able to speak about this after completing her 6-month pretrial diversion program to get the charges dropped, but her arrest remains on the books, easily searchable by employees, which is a disastrous thing if someone is or with someone with a bachelor's degree in education, which he has. Here's how it unfolded. He agreed to walk home. After all, it was something he'd done many times. There were sidewalks the entire way and practically zero traffic. 50 minutes later, 2 cops knocked on her door with her son in the patrol car. Another officer parked across the street, slapped the cuffs on her, took her to jail.
Wow.
Gave her charges. I think that's
the kid even nuts. Said, I'll walk home, Mom. So I'm curious as to how this came up. Like, were the police just patrolling the neighborhood and said, oh, there's a little 8-year-old kid walking. Let's
Yeah, they didn't get the details, but I'm guessing yes. And they probably said, "Hey, I'm just walking home. We'll get in our car and we'll take you." And they just were feeling litigious or something. I don't freaking know. All I know is I spent most of my childhood walking on my own all the time.
Yeah,
and not a lot has changed. In fact, overall, it's safer now in the places I was walking. So I don't get it. Let the kid walk. It's fine. Someone needs to write in if you got a reason to say. I mean, I realize there's a lot of helicopter parenting going on now, and it's different. Just the approach is different or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I don't see how this is like put that lady through this. That seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
All right, one more story.
Sure.
Parents of we're sticking in the family.
This is a parenting day on TMS.
Yeah, it's parenting day. I hope you brought lunch or something. Parents welcomed twins into the world from embryos that were frozen 30 years ago. Whoa.
Wow. Okay. All right.
These could have been 30-year-old kids.
They
right?
could have been. Yeah, exactly. If they were used.
If they were used then,
like away.
When they were fresh. Yeah, when they were
fresh embryos.
Right out of the pipe or whatever. On April 92, this is back in 1992, Vanessa Williams, not that Vanessa Williams. Oh, no, it is. Sorry. Vanessa Williams, saved the best for last, topped the Billboard 100.
Yes, that Vanessa Williams.
Yep. Arkansas Governor Bill Clinton was running for the White House. Who's the Boss aired its final episode. Really? 92? It's weird. Mona. And the babies born to Rachel and Philip Ridgway a couple of weeks ago were frozen as embryos that same time. They were born on October 31st. Lydia and Timothy Ridgway were both born from what may be the longest frozen embryos to ever result in live births.
Wow.
According to the National Embryo Donation Center. The previously known record holder was Molly Gibson, born in 2020 from an embryo that had been frozen for nearly 27 years. Molly took the record from her sister Emma, who was born from an embryo that had been frozen for 24 years. Anyway, this is a little bit mind-boggling, they say, because they don't usually last this long. Let's see.
And they're always cold when they're adults. It's like, could you turn the heat up in here?
Yeah, they're just always like, my gosh, why is your car so cold?
Can I borrow your sweater?
Yeah, what's the temperature outside? Dude, it's like 85 degrees. Oh, I need a sweater. Give me a coat.
That's right.
Let's see. The embryos are created. The embryos are created by an anonymous married couple using in vitro fertilization. The husband was in his 50s, early 50s at that point, and they used a 34-year-old egg donor. And a 50-year-old guy would be, 60, 70, he'd be in his 80s, right?
Yeah.
Wait, 50, 60, 70, 80. Yeah, it'd be close to the early 80s.
77.
Yeah, that's weird.
Depending on where he was in his 50s.
Well, hopefully he wasn't ugly. That's all I'm saying. Old frozen nasty ass.
Can we see what you looked like a quarter century ago, please, sir, before we use this?
These babies are fully formed, looking good. Everything's good. They're a month old now. Congratulations to those babies. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt will be joining us, talking a little bit of tech, some recommendals after that. Before we do any of it, though, we need a music break, and Brian brought it.
We're going to Connecticut, up there in the Northeast, with a band called American Thrills. They have their debut album called Parted Ways, which just came out. This was recorded with Nick Belmore from Hatebreed and Make Do and Mend. Powered by Rock says American Thrills have quickly become a punk rock force of nature. I agree. These guys are awesome. Here you go. From the brand new album from American Thrills called Parted Ways, here is the song Sinking. I remember when I lost my mind.
What is that I smell? A burning rage?
The Morning Stream. You killed my boogie.
And we're back. Thanks for hanging in there, everybody, and listening to that awesome song. Brian, you should probably remind them what it is so they can go get it.
I will. Yeah, it's American Thrills from their brand new LP called Parted Ways. That stands for Long Playing, folks, the LP. Parted Ways is the album. American Thrills is the band. The song you heard was Sinking.
I forgot what that stood for, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Long Playing.
It's been a long time since I have referred to an LP.
Yeah.
And what it meant, what it actually meant. Remember standard speed and long I think LP or whatever.
33 and a third, and then 45 was your singles, and 78 if you had those really weird old records.
Oh, those were the days. Those were the good times.
I have
With
one
the
of those
computer,
old,
as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
Sorry, cut you off. You had an old what?
That's
What'd
all
you
right.
have?
I still have a couple old 78s.
Oh, well, speaking of a guy who's probably got 78s out the wazoo, it's Tom Merritt joining us, as always.
That's a personal question, Scott.
Does he have any within reach is the question. Can you reach
right over
slightly
there.
off
They're
screen?
They're in that closet. If you want, I'll go get them in a second.
That's all right.
I also have a 16.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite of any of these that you just like?
My favorite 16 is the one I have, and of the 78s, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's an old bluesy country tune.
Wow.
That's perfect for you. That's
I
awesome.
like on the name now.
Yeah.
The only 78 I own is the song from Angel Heart, the Mickey Rourke, Lisa Bonet thing.
Oh, wow.
Which is the one that Johnny Favorite, Johnny Valentine sings, and it's the Girl of My Dreams song.
Oh, that's a good one, though. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, now he's going to get it. This is great. This is great. I was hoping he would.
And Tom was never seen again.
That's right. That's right. He's, it was a long run, and I'm proud of him for how well he did for as long as he did.
I know.
But this
Absolutely. You can see the urge, the dedication to his craft that he has.
Yeah.
To show us his 16, or is he showing us his 16 or his 78?
I think it's his 16, I hope.
Okay, cool. Because I have never seen a 16. I knew that old. Look at all those records. Oh, those are all 78s? Damn.
Jeez. Do you have that much,
Wow.
Brian? You got a bunch of albums, don't you?
I have a bunch of
vinyl?
albums, but I only have one 78. All the rest of them are 45s and 33s.
The worst part was that my headphones have gotten all tangled up.
Oh no!
Oh
yeah.
Well,
so I had to take them off. Here's the 16.
Oh
wow! Look at that. So how long? So when you're playing a record that size, I think how thick it is. That thing is like a 1/4 inch thick.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And it's on the Edison label.
Oh.
Don't get that near an open flame; it might melt.
No.
Yeah, this is the Trauma Ray String Quartet.
Oh.
How long does one side play? Like, because a regular side of a 33 and a third is about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So do you just double that basically?
Smaller than that.
Okay.
And
shorter grooves.
Yeah, shorter grooves, and 16 is real slow.
Right.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know how long this would play for.
Well, you don't have anything probably that can play that, right?
Yeah, do you have a player? That's what I was going to ask.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. My mom has told me she's going to give me her record player. It's like an old stand-up record player from the 40s.
Oh, wow.
That she grew up with, and it has
on
the
that
ability to play 16. No, it's electric. It was a fancy model.
Fancy one, huh?
Yeah. And then here's an actual album of 78s called that.
Oh.
Because it's multiple 78s.
Oh, look at that. Yeah,
in
no
an
kidding.
album form.
Wow.
Right?
That.
Yeah.
That paper is crispy. I love it.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Exactly.
That's really great.
Tommy Dorsey getting sentimental.
These are the most Tom Merritt things I've ever heard you say. This is amazing.
Here's an album of Christmas carols.
Oh, my Lord. Get those out.
Look how thick that thing is.
Yeah.
One song per album.
Yep. Now's the
they're
time.
78, so it's like, that's what they're going to be.
We're in the middle of the season. Tis
here's
the season.
here's a Billie Holiday set. Billie
Look
Holiday.
at that. Very cool.
Night and Day.
Nice.
And it's backed by Gloomy Sunday.
If you ever need...
that's the one to have. That's like that is the song. Did you see the People versus Billie Holiday last year?
Yeah.
All
It was
about
so
that
good.
song. Yeah. Wow.
Well, that thick 16 that
This
you got.
This one will get me canceled. It's called.
It's the soundtrack to Song of the South.
It's Indian Love Call by Jeanette MacDonald.
Okay.
Oh, not the Slim Whitman one?
No, this is the OST. This is the original soundtrack.
Oh my gosh! Look at that old thing.
That's the one that kills the aliens in Mars Attacks.
And this one's not much better. Bing Crosby's "You're a Sweet Little Headache."
Nice.
I'm sure that's not sexist at all. That
No,
phrase.
not even
No.
a little
That'd be
bit.
fine. Boo, we'll say.
I'm trying to find the one that I said was my favorite. I got a Sinatra in here, Guy Mitchell. Came Here to Talk for Joe by Kay Kaiser.
Oh, my Lord. Came Here to Talk for Joe? All right.
I came here to talk for Joe.
Yeah.
Blood on the Saddle by Tex Ritter.
Wow.
Ooh. Wow.
Ah, go get that looked at.
Right next to Roundup Polka by
Wow.
Tex Williams.
Wow. I love a guy named Tex. Truly. Love a guy named Tex.
All right, well, that's all the time we have.
2017
Thanks for
Rams
joining us.
catalog. I don't know.
The AT&T Rams catalog.
I love it. I love it. I love that you have these, and I don't even know why you have them. You just are. That's the kind of collector you are.
I have these because these are all mini 33 and a thirds. These aren't. They're just smaller.
For all the Gen Zs at home, you probably feel like we're talking about wax cylinders or something. This stuff must seem
pretty
ancient.
much.
That 16, right? that 16 that he has is only like a few years away from being a
It was the big new innovation on wax cylinders at its time. Yeah.
It was a slightly
the
less
reason I
thick
have
cylinder.
these is I worked at Half Price Books, which sold records in Austin in the 90s. And I did the records section, so I would see everything that came through, and I was like, "Well, this is cool. I'm going to grab that." Yeah.
Very nice. Well, I love that we've cracked this egg today. This is
For sure.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump ahead 400 years and talk about the tech of today. What's going on out there? So I assume something.
Lots of interesting stuff. Now, as you imagine, the news cycle right now in technology is dominated by Black Friday deals. And if anybody doesn't know Daily Tech News Show very well, we never talk about that kind of stuff because a lot of times by the time people hear it, the deal is over anyway. Sure. And also, the deals are really just advertisements. They're just people trying to get you to spend money with them, which they're not paying us to do. So I don't feel an obligation to help them. Sure. And there's plenty of places to go if you're like, I just want to hunt the right deals and do it in real time. That's not really what we're best at. So we're looking at a couple of interesting stories. One of them, Meta, announced a strategic algorithm and natural language model combo called Cicero, or for those really pedantic, Kikero. Cicero is the first AI to achieve human-level performance at a strategic board game.
Oh, interesting. Strategic board game meaning, do we know which one? Which
game Diplomacy.
Oh, that is a complicated game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it plays it at webdiplomacy.net. So it's playing the online version. But if you don't know Diplomacy, I really don't know that much about it myself. Peripherally, it's kind of a more complicated Risk.
Yeah.
Is a real oversimplified way. You have to do a lot more talking to other players and negotiating alliances and stuff like that. And so they combined a language model to handle the talking to people with a couple of different strategic models to figure out, the actual strategy and what moves to make, and got on the leaderboard. They made it into the top 10, and it's been pretty darn successful.
Wow, that's actually kind of cool. I remember the earliest discussion about machine learning and AI was often centered around teaching these things how to play certain games. Go is a famous one, obviously chess, but like StarCraft 2 and DeepMind and all
Deep
that.
Blue with Gary Kasparov, AlphaGo with Go.
Yeah. And then when I was at the BlizzCon, I think you were there too, when they got up and announced the big StarCraft thing, and I remember being very excited about that. I don't think we've heard much about the results of it. Maybe they're still working on it. I don't know, but that always was really fascinating to me, and it felt like we just leapfrogged a lot of that and said, now they're making images and whole movies and deep fakes and blah, 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 and machine learning's doing everything all day to a million other things. And I always go, wait, what happened to the game part? Like, were they good at these things? Were they bad? So I'm actually glad to hear this is a thing. And I guess I'm a little surprised.
It's never gone away. There's always been people working on that problem in the background. It just, the news cycle got dominated by the text to image generators for a while because you're not following the AI news beat every day, right. And so you're only going to hear the things that are like, oh, this is an impressive step forward, or maybe a buzzy thing, something like that.
I also didn't know that Meta was. I knew Meta, obviously the VR stuff, AR and all that mixed reality stuff, but I didn't know that they were working on I guess what I'm asking is that part of Meta the only part of Meta that's working on machine learning? Is that like their big?
Oh no,
thing?
Facebook Reality Labs is huge. Facebook Reality Labs has been going for more than a decade, but because everyone wants to hate Facebook, you tend to skip over those stories because there's a story about how Facebook is awful. So you don't get the pickup of those stories like you do from OpenAI or even Google for that matter, because there was so much of an axe to grind against Facebook. But Reality Labs has been over there kicking away, I think, from before they bought Oculus, certainly since they brought Oculus, and a lot of the metaverse plans rest on Facebook's AI department. But the AI department is very solid. It's pure research. It's pretty much independent of any of the rest of the company, and it seems to have been mostly spared in the cost cutting because they just want to keep feeding it, kind of like Alphabet has done with DeepMind,
right?
Where they're just like just make stuff and we'll figure out how to monetize it later.
Yeah, there's the secret, not secret, but these little like incubator. It's an incubator kind of idea where it's not like there's some retail business pumping away over there. They're in R&D.
Yeah.
They're making cool shit for the future, and who knows how it'll all fit. But the game part of it, I always thought the end result might be one of them anyway. Obviously, there's a lot of applications for this. But if a computer AI can get really good at web diplomacy or get really good at StarCraft 2 or whatever it may be, then what you do as far as the game business goes is they go, all right, now can we retroactively turn that around and say the AI in our games are this much better because we've incorporated the smart AI is now the game you're playing against. See, that's really fascinating to me, but I never hear about that. So I don't know if they're actually working on that, if that's a thing or not. No one ever touts it.
These things like DeepMind, like Meta, they don't call it Reality Labs these days. They call it Meta AI. They're doing pure research, and then just putting it out there, and it's up to the product managers to take and incorporate whatever they can. One of the things that this would be useful for, they think, we'll see if they actually incorporate it, would be NPCs. So NPCs could get smarter and a little more dynamic, and not just always be reading from a script. They could actually understand you and dynamically respond to you and just you in a way that NPCs don't do right now.
Brian, I'm Mankirk. Please put down those hot pockets and help me find my wife in the Barrens.
Yeah,
Mankirk will never find that wife. I'm afraid.
Never for Mankirk.
Never going to happen. Yeah. But I do. I really love that concept. I've yet to see that stuff hit the rubber to the road yet.
And not to mention other things like there's a lot of algorithms out there for teaching you something. But the front end that you interact with is usually just a typical front end like you'd have in any kind of software. Combining this language model with it now allows it to explain what it's doing to you. So the next thing we're going to do and adapt on the fly. So there's even some non-game applications that we could. Obviously, there's also bad things that people could put this to use. They could impersonate people, try to trick you, and all the same warnings that always go with this sort of advance go with this as well.
Sure. Well, we'll keep our eye on it, and of course talk about it on the Daily Tech News Show. I'm on today. It is a Wednesday. I'm really glad to be back after my stupid COVID week.
Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better, man.
Yeah, feeling much better than I was last week. But I think Megan Maroney's on today. Megan
Maroney's on. Yep.
I love her to death. She's amazing. I can't wait. It'll be so much fun.
Yeah. If anybody doesn't know, I hired Megan at maybe ZDTV. It might have been Tech TV by then. Way back in 2000. She was fantastic there. She has gone on to do amazing things since in multiple places. Most recently at Protocol. So at Protocol, she was heading up a team doing some excellent reporting. But of course, you probably heard Protocol has shut down. They laid off 60 of their staff. And so Megan, unfortunately, was one of those. And her idea, not mine, because I was like, Megan, come on the show. Pick a topic. Let's go. Pick anything you want. And one of the things she's like, well, I got an inside look at tech layoffs. Let me dig in and give you some insight into why these tech layoffs are happening, what they mean, and all of that. So that's what she's going to talk about.
I'm very excited about it. She's always a pleasure to do anything with. So that'll be today at the Daily Tech News Show, 2:00 Mountain Time. And, of course, wherever you get your podcasts and all that, make sure you support it. Tom, anything else going on in your world?
Oh, sure. Always something, isn't there? I'm actually going to pitch an experiment, which will make me do it later today, called DTNS Office Hours. So I did this last week where I just turned on our Twitch stream at twitch.tv/gooddayinternet and just worked on the show with the camera on.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
I would put up a screenshot of what I was working on, whether it was the rundown or writing up a story. I would occasionally chat with the audience, but there were long stretches where I was just, working on my thing and folks were chatting amongst themselves. And folks seem to enjoy it. So I'll do that again today. Keep an eye on twitch.tv/gooddayinternet. Not sure exactly when, but I will sometime before DTNS later today.
Very, very cool. I love that idea. I tried that a bit as well for some years ago, and you're making me want to try it again. It was a really fun experiment.
Yeah. It's kind of casual and fun to chat and take some questions, get some ideas. Yeah.
Very cool. Look at you. It's Tom Merritt, everybody. It's Ace Detect on Twitter. And as long as Twitter's around, he'll be there. Don't worry.
I'm Ace Detect anywhere.
Everywhere. And anywhere.
Hive, Truth Social, Parlor, wherever
you want. That's exactly.
Mastodon.
I'm Scott Johnson everywhere that I could get my name. And so far, it's been not bad. I got it on Mastodon. I got it on Hive. I was surprised.
I'm not saying I'm active on all of those places, mind you, but I'm there.
Yeah. So in case something breaks, off we go. We got another thing. Wherever the
There's nobody fighting for Coverville on those on those socials, so it's a pretty easy one for me.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you could pretty casually do that. I didn't even think about that. I always worry about mine because there's just too many of me. I hate
There's a lot of Scott Johnsons. Yeah,
stupid name. Tom Merritt, everybody. We'll see you a little bit later on the Daily Tech News Show. Bye now.
Thanks, y'all.
See ya. Oh, I almost hung up on everybody. Okay, remove.
Woo, that was close.
That was very close. I popped out a window. What? Come on. Oh, okay.
Ew.
Discord's losing its mind. All right, there you go. There's that. Now, hey, you guys like movies and TV shows? I know I do. So in case you've never heard of those before, we're about to educate you. With a little thing we call recommendals. Going to add the fine folks to the program here, and off we go to the races. That starts with this button here. Yes, it's time for recommendals again with our old pals Randy and Nicole. Let's start with Nicole. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
Hi, I'm trying something new. Do I sound okay?
You sound amazing.
Great.
Jeez.
Yeah. I don't know what you're trying, but it's working.
Yeah.
It's my phone. I'm on my phone.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, you sound amazing on your phone, shockingly.
Perfect.
Yeah. I thought maybe all your phone was in or something, your phone's noise suppression stuff you were talking about.
No, I just decided it's trying to do it from a computer with a microphone and a mixer. I'm like, I'm just gonna go simple.
Yeah, this is what Wendy does on her thing on Thursday. So you're all good. You sound great.
Sometimes simple is best.
Yeah.
There we go.
On a microphone.
I never have to yell at Mark again.
No, who would need to? Nobody. Well, you might. Also, Randy joining us from some microphone somewhere. Hello, Randy.
Hello, good morning stream. I'm doing great. Scott, I love you. I really, really do.
Thanks, man.
But your constant cries for some sort of produce from advanced AI that benefits you it makes me laugh.
Benefits me directly.
None of those advancements, none of that R&D is ever going to result in something that benefits you. There's 4 things that are coming from AI. They're going to learn how to better sell you things that you don't need.
Yeah.
They're going to learn how to increase the price of the things you do need.
Yeah.
They're going to learn how to launder money for international criminals. And they're going to learn how to generate ads that annoy you during election season.
Unfortunately, I'm afraid you're probably more correct than not. But I do wish, why not? Give me some NPC like Tom was talking about. Give me some NPCs that actually talk to me as if I'm an individual and we have a very unique conversation, me and this NPC.
First, they have to figure out how much money they can get out of you for that service.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Also, that's way more than 4 things, or way more than 2 things.
Yeah, that was a lot more than 2 things.
I said 4 things.
Oh, did you?
I thought you said 2 things. There are only 2 things.
I thought he said 5.
Oh, wow. I don't know what you said.
I am known for my clear diction. I need to work on this.
Well, clear diction aside, it's time for recommendals. We're going to have a good time.
Hydrogen.
Yeah, there you go. We're going to have a good time today with some recommendals that everybody has partaken in.
Yeah.
We have this grand tradition of Brian starting, and we're not going to change it. So, Brian, let's start with yours.
Thank goodness.
We're gonna go.
This one is going to be so obvious that I am not even gonna. I don't feel like I need to do any setup for this. But you're, here. If I'm going to do setup, I'll do just this little tiny bit. You're in in the offices of a record producer.
Okay, nice. Here we go.
Do you know why they call it the music business?
Why?
Because it's a business.
It's a business.
Use your head, kid. Nobody wants to hear a parody song when they can hear the real thing for the same price. What's the point?
Yeah, it makes no financial sense whatsoever.
My song was actually a big hit on the Captain Buffoon show.
Well, why don't you tell us this changes everything? Ben, get this young gentleman a record contract this very instant. We are going to sign him to a 14-album deal.
Wait, really?
No! What do you think I am, an idiot?
He's not an idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
If I may interject here.
Please.
Look, I'd just like to say that you got some nerve coming in here and wasting my time and my brother Tony's time. I'm going to remember your name because you, Al Yankovic, are the most untalented, pathetic loser that I've ever met in my entire life.
Okay, maybe
You're nothing but a hack. A stupid, useless parasite. And you're so ugly.
Okay.
That ridiculous hair, that horrible mustache, stupid glasses. You make me want to throw up.
All right, thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben, for your thoughts. Thank you.
Is that the MacGruber dude?
That is.
It is. Will Forte.
Will Forte, yeah. That's interesting.
That's it. Says it right there in the thing, the audio. That is Weird, the Al Yankovic story. This is a biopic, but it's just like Weird Al Yankovic's music. It's a parody of a biopic, and it loosely covers his career from the Dr. Demento show called the Captain Buffoon show on here, all the way up through his life and times dating Madonna and coming up with the original song "Eat It," which is not a parody of any other song whatsoever. This is a lot of fun. It's actually really funny, and there are some amazing cameos in it. You've got Evan Rachel Wood as Madonna. You've got Rainn Wilson as Dr. Demento.
Oh my gosh, dude! What? That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, wait till you hear this. You've got let me find it.
Lin-Manuel Miranda's in this, right?
Lin-Manuel Miranda is an ER doctor. Conan O'Brien as Andy Warhol.
What? What? I can see it though. I can see it with the hair. You get the hair right.
David Dastmalchian as John Deacon, the quiet bassist from Queen. Emo Phillips as Salvador Dali. Patton Oswalt, Michael McKean. Like so many cameos in this thing. And you even hear in that scene Al Yankovic, Weird Al Yankovic himself, as the other record producer that is sitting in the room while Will Forte.
Oh, that's him yelling, like repeating him and yelling.
I was surprised you chose that clip because it has the actual Weird Al's voice in it. And
I figured this
works against the thing because Daniel Radcliffe is trying so hard to do a specific voice, and he gets trampled by Weird Al.
This is what, a Roku original? Where are you watching? Is that where you saw it?
It's a Roku original, which is a free watch. Just sign up for a free Roku account. It's really weird. If you watch it, I'm trying to remember if I had commercials when I watched it on my iPad. I don't think I did, but I did when I was capturing audio doing it in a browser. So however you end up watching it, you might have commercials, you might not, and it's not a big deal. But
sure,
for a free watch. Did I mention? Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe, as we talked about. What else? This let's see, premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival to rave reviews. And it is, going into this, just be prepared that it is just like Weird Al's music. It centers around kind of a joke from the get-go that it's all a parody, and you just kind of got to go along for the ride.
I've heard zero bad things about it. Everyone I've talked to has really liked it, and I guess I'm a little surprised. I don't know why, because we've seen plenty of streaming services come and go that seem dumb, and then they make something amazing, and you're like, oh wow, and now we think of them as, oh yeah, Netflix makes really high quality Oscar-winning content,
right,
or whatever. And I always think of I just don't think of Roku as one of these things yet.
Never think of Roku, and if it weren't for this is the only thing I think I've ever watched on the Roku channel, and I didn't spend a lot of extra time there saying, oh well, what else do they have? So. I forgot to mention Jack Black is Wolfman Jack. Thank you, BioCow.
What?
Yeah,
that's great.
Wolfman Jack.
I gotta watch it.
There's a scene that takes place at a party where you see about 100 different cameos of avant-garde musicians and celebrities that would never all be at a party together, and it's almost makes you want to pause it and look at the different people that they've got in this thing.
Wow, is this their first thing, or is Roku had other content that I just don't know about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. See, this is what it takes, right? You do something big like this.
That's what it takes, exactly. Yeah. Listen, it's working for the Roku channel. It didn't work so much for Yahoo Screens when they had the 6th season of Community on there.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So this writer-director, Eric Apple here is apparently owned by Roku.
He's owned by Roku.
For instance, he has been creating a series that has Kevin Hart in it called Die Hart. And that's a Roku original.
Okay. So they got other stuff. That's interesting. They own him. So they're so they do human trafficking, but only writers and producers. They own those people. Fantastic.
Liam Hemsworth has a Roku original called Most Dangerous Game. I've never heard of it.
No.
Really? Meanwhile, his brother is on the Disney Channel jumping off of cliffs and climbing mountains and stuff. So
this is Chrissy Teigen's Chrissy's Court is a Roku original.
Wow.
I have seen clips from that on TikTok.
Never even heard of it until today.
I don't think I could even accidentally watch that.
Oh my Lord.
Anyway, Weird, the Al Yankovic story, appearing now on the Roku channel for free. Just go sign up for a free account and enjoy.
For free.
Enjoy it.
Sounds good.
For free.
Let's fly over to Nicole Town and find out what she's got waiting for us this week. Before I do, though, real quick. So I watched two things this week that you and Randy both recommended. I think maybe even the same things at different times. I'm not 100% sure. But I watched
something I recommended too.
Did I? Oh, yeah, right. I'm not done yet. But yes, I started a thing Brian recommended. There's 2 seasons of it, so I still got a ways to go. But I started watching.
What was it?
I started watching Brian's, which is called. Hold on, don't say. It's called
You can beg me now, and I'm not going to say it.
I can't think of the name.
Documentary about.
We're going to sit here for hours until you come up with it because I'm not going to tell you.
It's the Christopher Walken, Stephen Merchant thing.
Oh, The Loser.
No, not The Losers, but it's like that.
So close.
The larcenies.
Outlaws?
The what?
Yeah, The Outlaws.
Outlaws, that's it.
Outlaws.
I haven't even seen it, and I remembered it.
I'm only 3 episodes in. Dude, I got COVID brain. I'm already stupid. So. Anyway, there's that, and then I watched Avenue 5 while I was sick. Loved that freaking thing. Absolutely loved Avenue 5. And then Kim and I watched the Gold City, whatever, Lost City. What was it called?
Lost City with Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, that surprised me how much I like that. Speaking of Daniel Radcliffe in a very funny role.
Now that we've all seen it, I want to ask the question again that I asked when Nicole recommended it. What did you think of the leeches scene, Scott?
I thought it was going to be worse than it was because when he turned around, I went, "Oh, his wiener will be covered in leeches or something, and that'll be worse than on his butt or his back." And
sorry, Mark is being loud.
Oh, was that Mark?
Right.
I couldn't hear it.
Sound like this sounds like the shake machine at a Wendy's or something. I was trying to figure out what that was.
He's installing a mantle, and I told him,
okay,
you have picked the worst time to do this.
I thought that sounded like the Jason Voorhees thing. That thing.
That's good too.
Whoa, why is Nicole doing that? Anyway. I liked them all, except the ending of that movie's dumb, but the rest of it's really funny and well made. Okay, Nicole, let's get into it. You watched a thing. You want to set this up?
Do you really want to do this now? I apologize if you hear banging in the background.
No worries.
So,
you'll be fine.
Based on the clip we play, you might hear banging in the foreground too.
This is on HBO Max. And I have been intrigued since shut up.
It's really not coming through, so don't worry about it.
It's not that bad, yeah.
It's really not that bad.
Okay. I just channel a little bit of Scrooge. So yeah, I've been intrigued to watch this because I had no idea what the movie was going to be about. I only followed the drama at Cannes, and that is why I watched the movie. And I'm glad I did because I enjoyed the movie.
All
So
right.
there you go.
Here it is.
Violet, where are you from? Pardon? I said, where are you from?
Philadelphia. I'm from Philadelphia.
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
I know I like Jane.
Most of the women here are from Philadelphia, or Baltimore, or Chicago.
I've noticed.
You got no other thing?
I, for one, do not miss the winters. No, no, no. I thrive in the sunshine, even though I'm alabaster skin.
I love the sunshine. I love the beach. What was the last beach you went to?
Oh, fun fact about the beach. I read this.
Yeah.
Beaches are actually some of the filthiest places in the whole world. Just a sandbox of disease. And...
Peter, do not say disease at the dinner
true.
table.
They need to know.
I could probably guess. Hilton Head, Cape Cod, or the Jersey Shore. And we all honeymooned in Sea Island, or the Poconos, or Niagara Falls.
So you got your Florence Pugh there, right? What is
Is that
this?
how you say your name, Pugh?
Pugh. Yeah. What'd you say?
Although I would
No,
have
how
loved
do
to
you
have
say
heard
it?
how you say it.
Yeah, what do you say?
I
Forget
looked at it and I was like, yeah, I don't. Well, now that I know, I'm going to say Pug.
Was it Pug?
Florence Pug.
Florence Pug. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have told you.
It's Puff.
It's Puff, Florence Puff. No, it's Pugh. But anyway, so what'd you think? I've been really curious on the fence on this one. So
Because when you watch the trailers, you're like, what is this movie? So the controversy around this kind of outshined the movie. So you have Olivia Wilde, who was married to Jason Sudeikis, who is Mr. Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
They divorced, I believe, or they split up during this movie. Like something happened, and then the rumor was she started dating Harry Styles. And so there's like all this weirdness apparently from the filming of this movie. And then you get to the Cannes Festival and you watch just how uncomfortable everyone is.
Yeah.
And Chris Pine plays Frank, who's kind of the leader. He's the organizer of this place that they're all in the movie. Okay, so
set in the 50s or something, right? Like some idyllic,
What's that?
some idyllic 50s setting or whatever.
Yes, so it takes place in the 50s. Every wife is a very Stepford wife, very perfect, and they're always doing everything for the husbands. And the husbands go off to work, and you have no idea where they go. But then they come back, and the wives are there, and they're perfect. But there's
Dinner's
just
on the table and
Yeah.
drink in hand. Yeah.
yeah, everybody's doing it, and just weird, perfect world that everybody is in. And you're like, what's going on? What? There's something wrong. And you don't know what, and you finally kind of unweave it, and you get to. I liked it. I really enjoyed the reveal, and knowing the backstory of the real actors made it a little bit interesting too, because I just was curious how they all work together. It's called "Don't Worry, Darling." Don't Worry, Darling. It is streaming on HBO Max.
This is where her
right
and
now.
Harry Styles met and started their relationship, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when you get to Cannes, you see they are clearly not in a relationship anymore.
Yeah, they're broke up now, and now there's some big controversy because I guess they have a maid, or she had a maid that's like doing some tell-all tour, so she's
Geez.
doing all this, which is all very unfortunate.
Well,
'cause
Harry Styles was supposed to be Shalala La Boof. Shalala La Boof. Yeah.
Shalala La Boof.
Yeah, go with it.
La
Yep,
Boof.
good.
Anyway, she said that she fired him. And he's like, oh, no, sweetie, I quit. And there was like all this, it's like, snap kind of stuff.
Because that's his role, right?
The,
he was supposed to be, he's supposed to be the Harry Styles character. Or he was.
Yes, he's supposed to be the Harry Styles. As I was watching it, I was like, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much had it been Shia.
Yeah, I think Harry Styles was very good especially for being a musician, this being one of his first acting things. Wasn't he in what was the
Dunkirk?
Dunkirk, thank you. Yes. And he was great in Dunkirk.
He's also in a newer movie, The Mailman? No. What the heck? Let me just click on his name.
Mailman.
It'll tell me.
It's Mailman, the John Ratzenberger story coming soon. He plays a young John Ratzenberger.
It's the policeman.
Oh,
I
policeman.
knew it was a
Yeah.
man. I knew it had a man in the title.
You're right. It did. It is policeman. That's a brand new thing, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so.
that's-
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one
No,
yet.
it's My Policeman is what it's called, and it's
My Policeman.
Harry Styles, Emma Corrin, and Gina McKee. There's some Britishy thing. That's all right.
Tina and I watched this as well when it was streaming, and thought it was okay. Like it's beautiful and obviously definitely reminiscent of things like Stepford Wives and stuff like that. It's a gorgeously made movie, and man, there are parts of it that are really striking. But boy, we hated the end.
You didn't like the end?
Did not like the end.
I like the end.
I feel like this is where Olivia Wilde establishes herself as a filmmaker. Like the cinematography is fantastic. The score, I really enjoyed the music in this movie. Like I I guess I don't care as much about story. I need to think about that. I'm not sure.
Then you actually might like it. I mean, I think again, it's a very striking film as far as visuals and the acting's great. I mean, it's,
Bottom line, when Olivia Wilde premiered this film and then went onto the internet and started dunking on Jordan Peterson of all people, I was just I have to see this. I have to watch this.
Oh, wow.
Well, everybody dunks on Jordan Peterson. He's easy to dunk on, but
no
like
spoilers.
Her claim was that there's a Jordan Peterson character in the movie, which there is, and she's she was like having to fight about it.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, he's
and let's not gloss over the fact that Nick Kroll is in this thing, and he's great too.
Yeah, he was great. I'm almost done, Mark. Hold on.
Can you come hold this side of the mantle while I drill?
Yeah. Well, and then the big thing was he gave Harry Styles a big old kiss, and then there was like this weird attraction between the two of them, and I think they were just playing it up for the cameras.
Yeah, and there was that whole thing where he spit into Chris Pine's lap, or everyone thought he did, but he didn't.
Oh,
really?
Well, and then Chris Pine was holding spoons for some reason.
Yeah, it was weird.
I'm not sure.
It's really
It
weird.
was so weird. But the movie, I mean, it got me it did its job. It got me interested in the movie, and I watched the movie, and I was like, oh.
Also, I think we're probably on agreement
movie.
that Florence Pugh is everyone's favorite thing right now. She's so great.
Yeah, and this movie, she's great in spite of it, or she elevates the content. I think.
I agree. She's
Totally.
also
and she knew it too.
Yeah.
She was. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
When she was doing those, she wasn't doing the press. She's like,
yeah, she's good. She
that's
can
all
kind
right.
of call her own shots these days, and I think she's awesome. And she's also extremely adept at faking any accent you need her to do. I think that's so good.
Did either of you? Did you guys ever watch Big Love?
Yes, the TV show. Oh yeah, it's great.
So Douglas Smith, who plays Bill in this, he was in Big Love, and I couldn't place
the older
him. Like,
son.
The older son. Yeah, that was like
okay,
kind of a surprise. I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, it's been a bit for that guy. All right, well, excellent. I think I'll end up seeing it just because I think it feels like a movie I should see. I don't know.
Yeah,
just see it.
give it a watch.
I'll watch things.
I recommend it.
The Pew factor is enough to get me in.
And Olivia Wilde, man, like she's making the biggest secret in Hollywood movie right now, and I'm sure Ibbott's heard about this. She's directing a Marvel film that is completely secret.
I didn't know about this.
No one will say anything about it, and so it's nothing but guesswork. People trying to figure out who. The only thing we've heard is that it's female centric. That's like the one thing that's come along.
I have no idea. I didn't know that was
For
a
this
thing.
movie?
Yeah. No, for a Marvel movie.
Untitled MCU project.
Yeah. And Olivia Wilde, like, refuses to say anything about it. And some people started a campaign to get Daisy Ridley in the movie. And I'm like, you don't even know what the movie is.
Right, exactly. What Marvel character they're doing. Oh, we'll do
it's just, it needs to star Daisy Ridley. Whatever.
If it's female centric, can we?
Dazzler in the chat room. That's the one that Cameron Crowe wants to direct.
That's been in the news for Cameron Crowe. But Brian, if you had to pick like a female centric MCU movie, whatever that may be, what do you hope it is? Do you have a hope?
Oh, geez, that's a really good question. I
mean, X-Men related or mutant related or
Mystique would be great. Like not the character that Jennifer Lawrence played in the X-Men movies, but she has so much development around her, or even Rogue for that matter. Both of them would be.
You could do some stuff like, that's Marvel, never or DC. I'm thinking of DC with the, what are they called? the Harley Quinn movie they made. They made one of them.
Oh yeah, the Suicide Squad.
No, the one after that. She was her and a bunch of ladies. And it was
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey. I was thinking of that.
Yeah.
And that's not Marvel. Well, anyway.
But I mean,
I didn't like that movie.
You didn't like Bird of Prey?
Pretty much going to be like
I
that.
didn't.
Birds
I
of Prey
didn't
was
like
okay.
it.
It was all
I
right.
didn't.
Well, look,
Tina
next time I see
didn't
you,
like it either, Nicole.
Really? I was like, oh, this is supposed to be made for me. Like,
yeah. I thought it was all right. You know what? Next time I see you, we'll wrestle, and then whoever wins.
Hey,
it'll be
season
you.
Season 4 of Doom Patrol is coming out.
Yeah.
Made for me.
Yeah.
December 8th.
It's very exciting.
I've been watching the new season of Titans, and it's fantastic. It's really
is it good? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
They still swear in it. It's getting lots of swears in it.
Lots of swears, and Robin's still a badass. Or I guess Dick Grayson, I should say.
Which is the most unrealistic thing in the entire DC universe is how badass Robin is. Anyway, let's move on. Let's go to Randy over here with his recommendation. Randy, any setup?
Just that everybody's going to know exactly what this is. But not everybody's watched it, and I'm gonna be the last of a series of rants. People have been ranting about this for 3 months, and I'm gonna be the last person that you hear rant about this, and you're gonna know exactly what it is.
All right.
I
assume rant in a positive way, but let's find out on the back end of this thing. Here you go.
But where were you?
It's not important.
If it's not important, well, why not tell me? Cassian?
Who came by the house last night?
Jesse and Penny brought supper and Marva's medicine. And then Jesse came back because...
Anybody looking for me?
Bubba Brasso. Brasso was looking for you.
What did you tell him?
Marva told him.
Told him what?
Pausing for data lag.
Tell me what she said.
Retention summons different. Marva said you were out ruining your health and reputation with friends of low character. She told him sooner or later you were going to get yourself into trouble you couldn't talk your way out of. Then she told Brasso that...
No. Come here. Listen to me. It's important. I know it takes a lot of energy, but can you make a lie for me?
I can lie. I have adequate power reserves.
Don't tell anybody you saw me. Don't tell anybody you know where I am.
That's 2 lies.
So that's Dave Chapman as B2 Emo or whatever his name is.
Yes, the new droid at the end of the gallery of droids that you see at the beginning of every Star Wars show.
Yeah.
That is Star Wars Andor, which a lot of people know, but too many people don't know. And again, this has been a weekly rant for a lot of talking heads for a long time now. Let me be the last. Please sit down and watch this series right now. You got a holiday weekend, sit down and watch this series. If you only saw the first couple of episodes, please push through to the next couple of episodes and then continue and finish the series. Now, the previous rants were all about we've got to get Disney to know that this is a really, really good show. And they did. They figured it out. They've started filming a second season. So good news. It's not as dire as it seemed. But I'm telling you, this is a series that's going to be winning Emmys next year. It's going to be, it's going to be very highly looked forward to in a second season. And you are missing it, people. You're missing that. It's not just the best Star Wars series. Tony Gilroy is a freaking genius, and he made the best Star Wars movie, Rogue One, and now he's made the best Star Wars TV series. It's not just that. It's one of the best series of the year. Like I think of this now along with things like The Bear and Severance. It's that good.
Yeah.
Please watch this.
I agree with you. I'm only 5-6 episodes in. Because we're just doing a massive catch up. I knew I was going to see the entirety of it, but what I'm struck with for the first half of the season, a little bit more, and I'm sure this probably holds through the entire thing, is that this is not one of those, hey kids, check out the lightsabers, blasters, and exciting moment to moment action, constant stuff, plus all the fan service. That's not this. This is like a proper drama. that is just textured and layered and full of characters that are not throwaway, that are not just there to make you go, oh yeah, I remember that from episode 5 or whatever. They don't
Samantha
do any
and
of
I
that.
we spent 8 episodes asking, what is this show about? After every episode, for 8 episodes, Samantha and I were just like scratching our heads. I don't know what this show is about. Is this a hero's journey? No, it's not. Oh, is this a heist show? Kind of, but not really. Oh, is this a prison show? Well, yeah, but not really. What is this show about? And then you finally come to understand what it is. I don't want to say anymore, but it is so well written, acted, everything about it. And like you say, Scott, the Force may as well not exist in this series.
Yeah.
You know,
this is the part of Star Wars I always want to hear more about. I want to hear about the dirty streets and the corpos and the kind of the Blade Runner-esque aspects of the universe that Star Wars inhabits. We spend too much time with people in robes, too much time with people, you know, of means in the universe and who have the magic or whatever. What's it like on the ground, especially during the worst time of the occupation of the galaxy by the Empire? Like, that's really fascinating to me. I like that it's a slow burn. I like that it's not constantly hoping I'm you know, it's okay that I'm not 10 years old. Like, I don't think some 10, 12-year-old's going to like this show. I think they're going to be like, they're going to feel the way about this the way I felt about Empire Strikes Back when I was a kid. When they get older, though, they're going to go, oh, it turns out Andor's where it was at. And so it does play to an older audience. It plays to a more mature sort of palette and that sort of stuff. But I think it's to its credit that it's doing that. I'm amazed they're getting away with it, to be honest.
I am too.
I love it. I love it.
Again, Tony Gilroy is a freaking genius. He completely saved Rogue One. Like Rogue One was set to be a mediocre film, and Tony Gilroy came in and just made it into tour de force.
I know it pisses some people off, but it's the only good modern Star Wars movie. Sorry, everybody else. The rest of them are okay. Some fun throwaway good times are had. I'm not saying they're all trash, but I'd take Rogue One over any of them.
It's got some great performances in this series. Like if you haven't been watching it because you don't expect it to have like real serious acting, I'm telling you, Stellan Skarsgård steals the show every scene he's in. Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma, the voice of Moira. Try to not hear Moira from Overwatch every time.
Oh
talks.
Shit, that's what it is. Oh
that.
my gosh, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch and it has been driving me crazy why she was so familiar, and I didn't look it up. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. And you know she survives because she's in Rogue One. Diego Luna as Cassian Andor. You know he survives this series because he's in Rogue One. And then you have to stop and ask yourself, so if these people's necks aren't on the chopping block, how is this series going to end? And it nails it. Please, seriously, Stellan Skarsgård for an Emmy.
He's so
There
good.
is a scene in the middle of this series where he comes face to face with Forrest Whitaker, and they have a scene that I can only compare to the diner scene between Pacino and De Niro in Heat.
Ooh.
And it is stunning how well it's written and acted. And they're, oh man, I want to go back and watch that scene. And by the way, Tony Gilroy, kind of Michael Mannish in this series. I feel.
Yeah. It's done with such I don't know. Cinematography is obviously really important, but everything has got a real natural beauty to it. The thing I think I like the most about it is the tone and how much I actually give a crap about these characters. Most Star Wars series, I will admit, when somebody dies or goes away or whatever, I just kind of go, all right, well, this is kind of a big arcade game. It's not that big a deal. People die in this, I'm torn to pieces by it. Like I was wrecked by one recently. I won't say who, but there's somebody in this who I think has been brilliantly portrayed, who is now taken from us. And I'm not used to feeling those emotions in Star Wars land. It just doesn't happen normally.
Do you remember the bear? The brother from the bear, the surviving brother who's kind of a misfit and a little bit of an addict and kind of makes things very, very difficult for the main character. He's in Andor, and it is such a crushing portrayal for me. Like from the beginning, from when I first saw him, I'm like, oh no. I really like this guy and this character. What's gonna happen?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, there's a bunch of. I love the Game of Thrones connections. There's this Anton Lesser guy plays up higher up in the Empire. You would know him immediately. You'd see him and go, "Oh, he's the maester that's on the wall that could have been king, but decided to be devote his life to being a maester and being stationed on the wall and whatever. That guy shows up, like a bunch of Game of Thrones style people kind of parade through this thing. And I would say that that's, to the show's credit, they are aiming for like a higher minded fantasy story, and they're pulling it off amazingly.
And they're also going for TV drama, which I realize now you haven't really seen in Star Wars. But like one of the cinematographers for Andor was the cinematographer for Narcos. One of the cinematographers was the cinematographer for The Crown. You know what I mean? Like they're bringing over people who know how to make this kind of TV drama look great.
Yeah. Well, I'm in. We're all in. We love this.
You're already in.
Yeah.
You're already in.
Yeah, you guys are more in than me.
Nicole,
I'm gonna catch up.
Would you guys watch Andor for me, please?
Yeah, everybody else watch Andor. Okay. The world who hasn't seen Andor, watch it.
That's right.
It's been so sad to me to not be hearing that it's the highest rated thing streaming. It's so sad. Like,
well, but sometimes the best stuff is that's how this goes.
Yeah, flies under the radar for folks, and they think, oh, I've seen Mandalorian. I know my Star Wars stuff, and they forget that there's stuff that can be so much even better than the great Mandalorian.
This will be like,
and I love that they got Obi-Wan out first before this. That had to be that way because the whole time you're watching this, a living Obi-Wan Kenobi is kicking around somewhere and he's not doing anything.
He's not doing shit.
So can you hear me now?
Yes.
We can hear you now. Have you been talking this whole time? And we haven't
Yes, I have. I'm like, Mark is watching it. I'm not watching it. Here's my problem. Okay. I watched Obi-Wan. I know how it ends. Yeah. I find when I know how it ends, I really do not enjoy stories that I know. Like I know the end result. So I'm not watching Andor. Maybe I'll give it a shot now.
I just want you to know there are like 4 finales scattered throughout this series. This series has an end. It has an end to the hero's journey part, an end to the heist part, an end to the prison part, and I don't even want to mention the actor who comes through with the best supporting actor Emmy without a doubt in my mind in the prison part of this series. Like I am so blown away by him. Maybe I actually
let's just say you don't have to be Caesar to know who you're talking about. You don't have to be. Look, it's not a precious role.
Okay.
I haven't even gotten to it yet. I just know who's in it, so I assume we're talking about the same person. I don't know.
And I've spent 3 months, like every week, I'm like, is somebody going to recommend to Andor? I'm not sure. What is this show about? And then it finally.
Yeah, if you were to ask me, I would have said, oh yeah, somebody already did recommend to Andor, but I guess none of us did. I thought we did, but no.
Well, usually we wait till they're done anyway. So today's a good one because it ended today or finale today. So very nice.
Came out about 10 hours ago. Go watch it.
I will now lay upon you one that is a documentary, and I watched this on HBO Max, and I thought it was fascinating. And let's put it this way, I like Southern Gothic stories. When they're real or fake, I don't care. I just like them. And there's a brand new documentary on HBO that fits that real nicely. In this case, it has to be, it happened in reality. So anyway, here it is.
I was with him that morning. He was shot. In his mind, he was ready to give up. I said, Alec, there's an end to this, and there's a life beyond this, and you need to be here for your family, and Buster loves you, and, we'll all support you 100%. And he told me that he had an opioid addiction and that he had been struggling with it for many, many years, and it was very expensive.
Okay, so the movie, or the show, or the series, I should say, it's 3 episodes, documentary series on HBO Max called Low Country. And it is a documentary about mostly it's about a family called the Murtaughs, who have kind of run that place, or Murdaugh, not Taw, Murdaugh.
Are they getting too old for this shit?
No. In fact, that's the closest I can. I always have to remember that name or I don't get it right, because in the movie or in the show, they sound like they're saying Murdoch all the time. Like,
gotcha.
Like Daredevil Murdoch. But it's Murdaugh. And anyway, this family's been in there in this part of what they call the Low Country of South Carolina. I'd never heard of it before, but it's like the kind of more swampy, lower stuff. And it's very small town. I think 1,200 people, 1,600 people, something like that. But there's this one family, this white family called the Murdaws, who have essentially, since the town existed, have run everything. And a little mafia style, but it's usually through legitimate means. Like they have a huge law firm, they have other businesses, but it's all very good old boys club. If they don't like somebody, they will shut you down. If they like you, they might be the best friends you ever had. It's that kind of situation. And they have kids, and their kids are grade A butthole McGee's. The worst kids. And the kids do some terrible things that start kind of this thing in motion where one of the Murdaws, basically the dad who's now kind of in charge of everything, has got a horrific opioid addiction that nobody knows about. And it turns out a bunch of murders and other stuff, they all get attached to him. And the way it unfolds is fascinating. If you like true crime and you like documentaries about just weird dynamics for power and stuff in small towns, this sort of thing, it's fascinating. And I really liked it. It's 3 episodes long, super easy to consume, and is available now on Netflix, called Low Country.
And this is one of the things that's been influenced by the success of Yellowstone, or totally different?
I would say, no, I wouldn't compare. I don't think they have any comparison there, because this isn't like, well, I mean, Yellowstone is a lot about a family trying to use its power to do stuff, and they got to go dark places to get it done. I mean, I guess you're not wrong. There could be a comparison made, but I don't think this documentary happened because of that, or they were like, oh, we have an opening because people like Yellowstone. I don't think it's like that. I think it's more like, here's just a crazy story, and we got to do a documentary about it. In fact, I keep forgetting that it's on HBO Max and not on Netflix, because this feels like one of those Netflix crime shows. Because they do a million of them, like How to Make a Murderer, or Make American Murderer, or whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah, exactly. Like
the Ken Kratz stuff. It's like that.
The True Crime Channel.
Yeah, the True Crime Channel known as Netflix.
Yeah, I love the meme that came around this week where in the future Netflix only has 2 buttons. One says murders and the other says cakes.
Yep.
That's all you can watch.
Nice.
That's great.
Nice.
Oh, it's so accurate too. Jeez.
It's gnarly though, and it reminded me of why I love Southern crime and drama. There's something about it as a genre, like why I love Justified, why I love there's so many that one with Spider-Man and Tom Holland here recently. That was a Netflix thing. It was a drama called All the Devil All the Time, or The Devil Sees You Do It All the Time, or something like that, whatever that was called. If you passed on that, you should not. And if you like Southern Gothic, you would freaking love that movie. That was real good. We'll call it Murder Cakes for short. There you go. I like it. Anyway, those are our recommendations this week. And if you're like, man, I can't follow all that. These are 4 of my favorite people, and they just mentioned a whole bunch of cool shit. How do I find out about it? Here's all you have to do. Go to quicktms.li, and it'll all be there. All right?
Yep. It's already even there right now. Thanks to Randy and Scott and Nicole putting their options in, or putting their things in early for me.
Nicole, good luck with your mantle that you're getting installed there.
Hope
that goes well.
Can we go? Can we do it? I'm like, I'm on mute. Sure.
Yeah, go make your noise. Oh, by the way, Scott,
tell Mark we love him. Yes. Oh, Justified.
I have a City Primeval update.
Oh, go. Give me.
We initially were hearing that it was going to premiere in December of this year. It has been pushed to 2023.
Boo.
So, yeah, I know, but it is coming.
Still
New season
better
of
than
Justified is coming. It's just we gotta be patient.
And all our people are in it. Oh, look at this. You got your Timothy Oliphant. Who's Skender Lugareri? Who the hell's that? Okay, anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for that update. Randy, have a fantastic week. We'll see you on FilmSack this weekend for whatever it is. What are we doing?
Thanks, Randy.
You know what we're doing?
We're doing Diamonds Are Forever, ever.
Oh, right. James Bond. That's right. That'll be this
Wrap
weekend.
them round your little finger.
We will be recovering from turkey intake.
We're watching it tonight just because we know we're going to be pulled in every direction between now and Saturday morning.
I assume you've seen that movie 100 times, right?
Oh, is it From Russia with Love? I thought it was you're right. It's the second one, From Russia with Love.
Oh, From Russia. Yeah, right.
Sorry, not Diamonds.
You're
Russia.
Right. We did Diamonds. No, we didn't do Diamonds. We did.
We only did Dr. No, and From Russia with Love is the second one.
Third one's Diamonds?
I think the third one's Diamonds.
Which is the one where Odd Job throws his hat? Did we already see
That'd be Goldfinger.
Goldfinger.
Because he's
Oh, that's right.
Goldfinger's henchman.
Right. He had a finger.
Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
Oh, my Lord. All right, we're going to get out of here.
Rush with Love. One of my favorite Bond themes, as a matter of fact.
Oh, well, see. That's what you get when you like Bond.
Yeah.
We're out of here. Quick text before we go. We got one here that says TMS recommendal. My wife knows that you all like scary psychological stuff and wants you to check out the Netflix show 1899. That dude I was just talking about on Andor, he's in there, I guess.
Yes, this is done by the folks who did Dark, which I was completely and totally hooked on. That show with the time travel cave that was on Netflix.
Oh, the German show. Yeah.
The German show.
Is this also
I've
German?
already started watching this because, basically, day it came out, I started watching 1899 because I love Dark so much.
Is this English or is it in German?
It is in many different languages so far. I just basically have it on subtitles.
Okay.
Because there's Danish and English and Spanish and all that stuff. So it's like, all right, subtitles. Let it be in its original languages.
The last show is like, hey, we're going to do everything in German. Hope you like subtitles. And this time they're like,
right.
Oh, you think we're going to do our English debut? No.
Exactly right.
We're going to do all the languages.
We heard you like subtitles.
Yeah. I'm excited to check that one out. So thank you for that text. It didn't have a name on it, so we'll call you Rando. Hey, I heard a rumor that Coverville's happening today. Well, it's early. It's early.
Today? Well, it's only Wednesday, Scott. Yeah, every year I do this. The big Thanksgiving episode is all Beatles all the time. So that is happening today. About an hour and, change, maybe hour and a half of Beatles covers. I've got some new stuff, but I've also going kind of in the catalog and pulled out some old covers as well. So that is going to be coming up today, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, twitch.tv. And yes, I have to figure out a good deck to work with the Vibranium Mines, which is the featured location currently in Marvel Snap. Nice. I think it's my Khazar onesies deck is basically what it's going to be. But twitch.tv/Coverville. Today, 1 p.m. Mountain Time.
Yeah,
all
just
Beatles.
roll right into DTNS take them and watch that for an hour, and then DTNS starts right after that. It's perfect.
Perfect.
All right, that's going to do it for us. I want to thank some new patrons that joined up here recently. Ryan Smith, Riot Squirrel is also here, and Erwin Wingringiga. How would you say that?
Erwin Waringa. Waringa.
Something
Squarini,
like
I think.
Squarini. Thank you for joining us, Squarini, Squirrel, and Smith, the 3 S's. Hey, it's good to have you here. And if you would like to be like them, head on over to patreon.com/TMS and sign up today for the many great benefits that are there for the very, very, very cheap price of as little as $1 a month. Go check it out. That's patreon.com/TMS. Brian, let's get out of here. Let's do some music, though.
Boy, we almost didn't get this in time. Thank goodness she woke up in the middle of the night last night and added this request because we missed her birthday last week. Monica wrote in, Wicked Kitten, and said, "Dear Simpsons and Bob's Burgers." Nice. If you're reading this, it's probably my birthday or near it. The last year has been filled with such highs and lows. I lost my grandmother at the beginning of the year. She was 96 and lived a full, wonderful life. The day job has gotten rougher, and the check engine light on my car lives only to torment me. Oh, God. Don't give me any PTSD. Yeah. On the good side, I've been doing the horror podcast, Gore. She didn't mention it. Gore. For over a year now. I even had the opportunity to guest on the show that literally inspired me to become a podcaster. That's us. Thank you both for your continued support and belief in me. And thank you, the Tadpooligans, for our Saturdays together. Honestly, it feels like I'm just working for the weekend till I can hang out with them. Could you please play Loverboys Working for the Weekend by Love Cannon? Love y'all, Monica/Wicked Kitten.
Nice.
P.S. You guys sound kind of sparkly.
Oh, man. We haven't played that in a while. Let's play that.
Play it.
Sparkly. Here it is. Nope, wrong one.
You guys sound kind of sparkly.
Yep. And don't forget, he was naked when he did that.
He was naked when he said that to us.
I'll never quite get over that. Ugh.
Never. You and me both. There you go. That's our request. Let's play it from the album Greatest Hits Volume 1. They only had Greatest Hits albums, which came out back in 2012. Here's Love Cannon, Working for the Weekend.
All right, that's going to do it for this week. No show Thursday for Thanksgiving, but we will be here Friday morning for a play date at the normal TMS time that we usually record, so 9 a.m., and we'll play some Drawful, some Among Us. Everyone's invited, okay? So you don't have to be a patron necessarily. You can just come as you are. Patrons will get early access into the games, but there's always room for more. So anyway,
Always room for more.
Yeah, always room for more. So come check that out. There's a rumor Dunaway is going to be joining us, so that'll be fun. That'll be, again, this Friday, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. And then all the other stuff we got this week. Core will be on Friday this week, for those wondering what will happen to that on Thursday. All right, that'll do it for us. Thank you all for listening. We'll see you then.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
He is deranged.
Yes, he is.
Like all the people who say, oh, that's too early for me. That's the same time you're tuning in now to watch this show.
Yeah. Are you worried about turkey hangover?